What's going on, everybody? Matt from Auslego Collections. Welcome back to the channel. So I know it has been a little while since we did our last video where we pulled down the entire city and room and redesigned the entire layout. So since then, amongst obviously everyday life, unfortunately getting sick again, losing my voice, we have been trying to work really hard in getting the Lego room back in some sort of order and also getting some really good progress done on the city, which I'm really excited to show you and get some ideas and thoughts on what it looks like so far. So before we jump into it, if you're new to the channel, please remember to hit the subscribe button down below, turn all your notifications on, give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. It does help with the channel. And remember to leave your comments down below and let me know what you guys think of the new Lego City layout. Okay guys, so before we jump into the city in closer depth, I just wanted to pan around the entire layout so you can see how it looks. And I have to tell you, I'm really happy with the outcome so far. It definitely makes it a lot easier to work on the city, getting to the back areas where I couldn't reach in the previous layout. Also, if people come over and they want to check it out, it's a lot easier for them to view the city, and even just filming or taking photos of the city, it's just become a lot easier. But let's start over here on the far left first, which is where I've been doing most of my work. And the first thing I want to show you guys is my Spider-Man and O'Connor lair battle that I used to have under the amusement park, which was really hard to see, but I've finally been able to reposition it and put it right in this section here. So it's obviously a lot easier to see, and it's kind of the first thing you do see on the left-hand side underneath the city when you walk in. And I just think that looks really good there. And I'm happy that I was finally able to move it somewhere that you could see it a lot better. Now, below the city, I've still got another area here left to work with, and I've been thinking about adding another scene under here instead of just completely putting an entire wall right across. So I posted a video on Instagram suggesting or asking for some suggestions, I guess, on what other scene I could put under this part of the city. And I had a bunch of awesome ideas, but there was one that particularly stood out, which I think is going to be incredible. And I'm not going to tell you guys what it is yet. I have started ordering parts from Brickling and I've started mapping it out a little bit, but I'm not going to give you any hints at all. Unless you guys want to guess or you have some idea what it could be, you can let me know in the comments. But at this stage, I'm keeping it under wraps. So I'm going to be really excited to show you guys once I start building it. So over here, we've relocated and refixed or redesigned the Ninja Turtle lair and the entrance from the top of the city, which goes down to the lair. So this is still pretty much the same format as I had in the previous city layout, just with some minor tweaks. And I am going to be changing the layer a little bit, adding some more detail and just trying to finish it off a little bit better. So I will eventually get around to doing that, but so far this is the new spot where the Ninja Turtle lair is. So moving up from that, we have completely restructured where all the modulars are going. The Ghostbusters tower is now on this side of the city. And if you can't remember what the previous layout looked like, I will leave a card at the top of the video so you can go check out what the layout used to look like and you can compare it to the new layout. So I've raised this back section of modulars and started doing some walls to hide the raised wood. And I think these came out really nice. So obviously down the bottom there's not much to see. So all the detailing and design is sort of from, this section upward. and I've still got to finish this corner section here, but so far we've made progress all the way along and done a nice railing here. So you do have a little bit extra space for the minifigs around here, so it doesn't look too close together. And I think that just looks really, really nice. I really like the detail of the flowers and those arches that I've added in the walls. I still kept the water fountain that I had in front of the boutique hotel in my original layout. The only difference is now I've put it between the Grand Emporium and the hotel, and I made it sort of like a courtyard, you know, when you're going shopping, or if you want to stand around, you know, watch the waterfall, grab some ice cream, or have something here to grab a coffee. You've got the little coffee dude over there. I just think that looks like a really relaxing area, being between a hotel and a shopping mall, I guess. So I really like that. Over to this side here, I've still yet to put anything. I'm thinking of keeping the old Avengers Sanctum slash Peter Parker's apartment and pizza shop down the bottom. I'm thinking of just leaving that there as it is, maybe bring it a little bit closer. And then where that spare plate is, I'm looking to put possibly the bookshop modular. I haven't decided exactly where I want to put that, but so far that spot is looking to be pretty good. And then that little extra space right here that's going to be left over, I'm thinking of just adding maybe a Creator 3-in-1 little restaurant. And in this section here, there's going to be a stairwell leading down to the car park, which I'll bring you to now. So over here is going to be the new location of the car park. As you can see, we've got an entry door on the right there, which will lead you up to this section of the buildings. And then we are going to add an LED strip light under that car park to light it up and make some car spaces for vehicles to park on either side. So I think that is slowly coming out really, really nice. And on the left-hand side here, I'm thinking maybe just add, you know, another little kiosk or a little coffee stand or something, or a hot dog stand. You're not really going to be able to see it unless you look over. But again, that's the best part about the new layout, is you can look right over and see all the detail that we're going to add in this section here. So further to the right, I've got the Palace Theatre and the diner. Now, these two buildings I've always had next to each other, so I think it just works really well. You know, you go to the diner, you grab a burger, grab something to eat, and then boom, you go straight to the theatre to watch a movie. I also added a little bit of a gap or a plate in between these two buildings just to separate them a little bit more, and that way I could create sort of like a Hollywood Walk of Fame and a line for our guests to go watch the movie. So that design I've kept from all my previous layouts, and I just think it works really well. So I didn't particularly want to change it. Now I'll back up a little bit over here to, we lost a tree branch. We'll fix it. So the tuning garage has now been relocated. If you remember, it used to be in this corner over here. So I've decided to add it in this part of the city. It's right up front and center. I retiled all the front of the garage, which I think looks a lot nicer. There's actually more space, so I can, you know, fit cars in and out. And I've also created a little entryway here for the vehicles to go in and out. So I think that came out really good. And once I finish tiling all this area here, this will be the entrance to go down into the subway. Now, this section here, we've got the Daily Bugle. Again, that has really remained in the same sort of spot as previous Lego City layout that we did. The only difference is you would notice that this whole section now is no longer raised. in the last layout, everything was all raised up in this middle section here. I've now just raised this corner over there, and all here is basically level with the road, which again, I think looks good. It just really gives you two different level of dimension on the city. So really like how that looks. And the police station, excuse me, the fire station, what am I talking about? The new police station is over there, by the way. We've added the police station, which I'm really excited about. Have to light that up. We haven't done that yet. So once that lights up, I think that's going to look really good. But the police station modular has now been built and located in this part of the city. I have removed the old Lego City police station that I did have in the city. So the fire station, the fire station I've put next to the Daily Bugle. I think it suits, being next to the Bugle really well. And it actually, looks really good next to the brick bank as well, which I've now located over in this section here. And across from that, we've got the corner garage. So I think those buildings do work really well together. And over in this section here is just where the road kind of goes through and ends. I haven't decided what I'm going to do in this section yet. Maybe put like a tunnel or like a fake looking tunnel leading through with a road. I haven't decided yet, but I do want to do something in that section there so it doesn't look like it's just going to nowhere. So let me know what you guys think. Should I do some sort of like fake tunnel there, or maybe put, a shop or like a little apartment, like a facade or something? I haven't decided fully what I want to do in that corner yet. So let me know what you guys think there. The subway layout has not changed. This is probably the only thing in the city that has remained identically the same as what it was in the previous layout. And the only difference is, apart from all this being the same, is I have got rid of the overhang that I had here in the center. So now I no longer need the layout at the top, and I've just got a nice clean fence line all the way through. And I was able to extend the walkway a little bit more, so I've got space to put more minifigs. I might even be able to put a couple of like little stalls, like little market shops all along here, which I think will look really, really nice. And because it's so open, like if you're standing back here, it looks really, really nice and open. So I think that would look really good there. But again, these are some of the things and ideas that I'd love to hear from you guys about putting some stuff in that front section. And the entrance, or the other side of the entry point of the subway, is on this side here, which leads us to this whole corner, which I've yet to decide what I want to do. I'll just move these out of the way. So now I've got a couple of ideas in mind. The Avengers Tower is the first thing that I've decided to move over here. I think it really looks good in this part of the city. Gives it a bit more height because most of the buildings over here are quite tall, as well as the raised buildings over there in the corner. So I figured having another tall building on this side here, I think would look really good. And excuse me guys, but there's a helicopter flying over the house. I don't know if you can hear it. So if you can, I do apologize. Now, in this area here, I've decided to put the new sanctum. I'm thinking of putting it against the corner garage, facing that way, obviously being that it's another corner building. Then I'm thinking of having a road plate in this section here and leaving that area for either the bookshop or possibly the new modular that'll be coming out at the start of next year. So I haven't decided what I'm going to put there or which modular I'm going to put there. I think I have to wait and see what modular they're going to release next year, which I guess will then determine what would be better fitting in this corner, whether it be the bookshop or the new modular. So that's a question mark. But I think the sanctum will look good here, facing that way, having a road, and then, obviously in all the Marvel movies, the sanctum is, facing the road. So I think having the road plates go all along here will work really well. In this corner here, I haven't decided what I'd like to put, whether I should do another modular here, or I did have another idea and possibly consider putting the ideas treehouse in this section here, because then I can add, you know, some more food court stalls here, you know, add the deli. I was thinking of putting the deli and the little 3-in-1 creator shops around this area here, but I haven't fully sold myself on that idea yet. I don't know whether I should leave this for another modular or do like a creator 3-in-1 area here. I'm really stuck on this section at the moment, because what I also want to include is the entry for the theme park. So I've been playing around with that for a little bit, and I have some ideas on what I want to do, but again, it's still up in the air. But I'm thinking of having the entry up here and then having the stairs from the top level of the city come down into the theme park. So moving over to the theme park, now I have not even begun to think about how I'm going to do this at the moment. I have laid out the rides, you know, just to get a rough idea of what I'm working with in terms of space. Now, unfortunately, the Disney train, I can't run the tracks all the way around because it just becomes too narrow around here. And as you all know, you lose a lot of space with having any type of Lego train going around a city or a theme park. So I'm thinking of leaving just the train going around this part of the city and having this area here all open, so I'm able to add more rides, you know, food stalls, attractions, that kind of thing. So far the layout goes a little something like this. Disneyland Castle in this area here with the water fountain right in front. So as soon as you walk in and you walk through, that's kind of the first thing you see. Then followed by having the carousel right next to the Disney castle, the haunted house just next to that, which leaves me all this room at the front, possibly to add another ride and some other, you know, attractions and food stalls and all sorts of stuff, maybe even another fountain. I have yet to decide. So this whole area at the front here is pretty open to discussion and so many ideas that we could probably, you know, put in that area. And then on this side of the theme park, I've added the Ferris wheel and the Disney train station. Now I have got this big area over here, which I'm thinking of putting my 3-in-1 Creator Pirates roller coaster back in. I'm pretty sure it will fit once I've rebuilt it. I think I've got enough space for it to just fit in there, and I think that will look kind of cool. But I haven't decided yet if I should add it there or add to some other rides. I did want to get the new loop coaster, but I just don't have the space. I mean, if I got rid of the Lego train, or so the Disney train, then I definitely would be able to add the loop coaster and a whole bunch of other rides and really spread everything out, you know, corner to corner. But I'm sort of torn between keeping the Disney train station and the train, or completely getting rid of it out of the theme park and utilizing all the space to add as much rides and attractions as possible. My wife did come up with a really good idea. She said, instead of getting rid of it completely, why don't you just do a straight track that goes all the way along the front and just have it look as if like the train goes all the way from end to end. So it gives you that effect that there's a train in the theme park, but it's not actually fully going around the entire amusement park. So that's an idea as well. Love to hear what you guys think and what I should do with the train, because that will change the dynamic of the entire theme park if we were to keep it or scrap it altogether. Well guys, that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed checking out the new Lego City layout and the progress we've made so far. I also do really look forward to hearing all your thoughts and ideas. So make sure you don't forget to leave me a comment down below. So until next time, I hope you have a great day, stay safe, and we'll catch you in the next video. See ya.